Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meaty69, and we are back with the E50. Now, my last video was the Panther 2. I did say in that video I had an E50 battle or video coming up, and I did quote in that video that I didn't really like the Panther 2. The Panther 1 is a lot better because it sees tier 7. Now the Panther 2 is really underpowered. Not many people do very well in the Panther 2, and it's quite a hard tank to carry him. Now I did get finally the E50, and I am actually loving this tank. There is a few pros and a few cons. As with any tank, every tank has some pros and has some cons. Now, as we all know, the E50 and the E50M and the Panther, having said that, are great at ramming. Now, I haven't really had the opportunity to try the ramming as of yet. Still now, I've had this tank now 2 weeks or so, and I still haven't really had the opportunity to ram. When I did have the opportunity, I was quite low health, and I didn't really want to risk it, just in case I missed my shot after and they kill me, etc. So this first battle, this is probably only my third or fourth battle in this tank, if that. And we did find an AFK tiger. So farming damage, we take him out first, as at the time he was the only target we pretty much could shoot. But it's now 2 tanks down to each, and we have got the AMX-50 100 hiding behind the rock, and we have got the light AMX poking out up there, which I know he's a good player. He is never wrecked his name, and I know him. He is a friend of mine, and I know he's a very good player. So I need to really be careful of him because he's a dangerous player. He's in a light tank, very quick tank, and he knows what he's doing. So we do take off the AMX-50 100, so it now leaves 4 tanks against 4. Now we've got the IS-6 who's nearly full health. I'm nearly full health, but we're in not a great position. We've got no targets to shoot, and it's not just me. We've got the IS-6, the T-69, and none of us have got any targets, so we're not in very good positions. So I need to start pushing around by the cap, because I know they was capping. And as you see there, we've got the RU and the AMX that have both now flanked behind, and they've isolated our Waffle. The Waffle's stayed on his own. They've isolated him, they've ganged up on him, but the Waffle does manage to take out the RU before the AMX never wreck takes him out. So it's now 3 against 3. We've got an STA1 just here. I managed to get he's behind. Then he starts looking at me. I do take one more shot. He does damage my ammo rack, which I'm side on, so he's going to damage me, but my aim is just to get rid of him. I don't mind trading shots at this time because the enemy now quite low, so I really didn't mind trading shots with this STA. We do manage now to take him out, so it's 2 against 2. I've got the IS-6, who hasn't done much, but he's got good armor against the AMX, which the penetration on the AMX is not great. It's not great, but I can use him as my armor. So we've got the IS-8, who is a 2-shot to any of us. The IS-6 probably will not take him out. So I don't want to be in the same position as the IS-6. It's 2 against 2. Being in the same position is not great, and now the AMX has nearly pretty much destroyed me. Luckily, he is now on a reload, and so I'm trying to focus on this IS-8, but I just can't get the gun down, and I don't want to now risk it because the AMX is going to be nearly loaded, and he does miss his shot, and I managed to get a shot into him, which puts him down to a 1 shot. Now, our IS-6 did take take 1 shot on the IS-8. Thankfully, he put him down to a 1 shot before the IS-8 took him out, but it meant I can clean up the IS-8 for my 4th kill, which now just leaves me and Neverect, who are both 1 shots. But as I've said, the light tank AMX tier 8, or any of the AMXs, the penetration isn't great. So I really want to be facing him just for a chance that I could bounce a shot. Now, I know he's going to be fully reloaded, so I need to be ready because he could take me out in 1 shot. But if I'm facing him and he tries a snapshot, he's got to be quick, and I've got a high possibility he could bounce me, which then I can take him out. As I said, we're both really low. He was spotted on this hill here. I thought he would think I would go right, so I decided, now we're both not spotted, maybe to try and trick him and go left, because this is where I thought he would be. As I said, I want him to face me. I don't want him to come behind me, because that will be game over. Now, there is only 20 seconds left on the clock. He's not spotted. At this point, I thought it was going to be a draw, and just as I went round the corner, he was there. So I managed to take him out for my 5th kill. So not a bad battle, considering this is only like I said, my 3rd or 4th battle. It was a 3.8k damage. It was only a 2nd class. I didn't make much credits. But overall, it was quite a nice battle. So, moving on to my 2nd battle. It's a tier 8 battle, Supremacy, and it's Mayan Ruins. Now, this battle was very fun. It was a nice battle, and I enjoyed this battle. So, the enemy have got 3 medium tanks and 1 light tank. We've got 2 medium and 2 light. So, straight away, most of the teams are meds or fast tanks, so we go to C, because that is where most of the mediums go. If your team's full of heavies, you would usually go by A. Now, I bought this tank, and those people that know me, and a lot of people do it, I never really drive a stock tank. The tracks and the engine, I don't mind driving stock, but I will never drive a tier 9, especially a tier 9 or any tank really, with just the stock cannon. I would buy a tank if I haven't got enough free XP. That tank will just sit in my garage until I can at least get the gun. That's exactly what I did in the E50. I didn't have the tracks, I didn't have the engine, all I had was the gun. And that's really, you need the speed, because it's not, without the tracks, this isn't that quick. Even with the tracks, it's not that quick for a medium. It's really big, it's really heavy, so it's not the quickest medium. So I did struggle for a few games because of the speed, but I had the good gun. And even with the good gun, the penetration isn't that great. Like against things like E75s, you're going to struggle to pen. You have to switch to APCR, and doing that, obviously, you do less damage. But on battles like this, it's not a problem, where most of the team are either TDs or mediums or light tanks. Your AP will be absolutely fine. So we have now got 1 tank down each. The enemy have capped B, and I start capping C, but there is a lot of tanks around me, so I don't want to be stood sat right in the open and get nailed from every direction. So our Foch down there is getting absolutely terrorised by the team. I had a few teammates with me, and I don't know how I bounced that. That was a stupid shot. The gun on this is actually amazing. The accuracy is really, really good. You can pull some great snapshots off, but that shot was just stupid. Now we do manage to take out the T69. It's now 4 against 3, so we think we've got it in the bag, and it should be easy. Now again, I don't aim. I rush my shot, and I do bounce the side of the E50. Now the T49 must be on a reload because he's just sat behind the rock, and he does finally shoot the AMX, but only does 242 damage. He must have, I think he shot HE. If he would have shot heat, it would have killed him, but he didn't, which leaves me to get the kill. So it's now 2 against 2. We've got the Type 61 cap in C, and I managed to take a nice shot into him just to reset the cap. And we've also now got the Carnarvon that is in front. That was full health, so we do need to be careful of him. We take one shot into him, and he does shoot me back, but we've got the T49 telling me to attack. He's pretty much a one shot, so I really wanted to save him. The Type 61 is still capping C, and he does manage to cap the base, so it's now enemy have got 2 caps. So I need to start pushing this Type 61. He's a MK player. He is the second clan, but they are still a good clan. So I do need to take him out, and I do take a nice snapshot into him to put him down to a one shot. So he now runs off, goes to kill my T49, but unfortunately for him, the Carnarvon takes him out, which leaves him right in the open for me to take him out for my 3rd kill. So I've nearly cut the base. I might as well stay here. The Carnarvon misses me. At this point, I'm not sure whether the Carnarvon's a great player, if I should be careful. But then when he does shots like that, I'm not too worried. And with a shot like this, that puts him on fire, that does 674 damage in one shot, I now know I can rush him. And that was my opportunity for a ram. But that stupid T49 was in my way. It took my speed off. So I couldn't, unfortunately, ram him for the kill. But we do take him out. We do win the battle. And we do finish on 4.7k damage, a Top Gun high caliber. And we do get the ace. And we do make 30,000 credits. So I am really, really liking this tank. I can't wait for the E50M. It probably won't be my next tier 10. IS4, I'm close to getting to that. Will probably be my next tier 10. As you see, the 268 to 268, I did ace. The tank, it was the only tank. Obviously, I've just bought it. I think it was my 10th battle. I aced this in. I could be wrong. So, it's a really fun tank. So, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you in the next video.